Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria, where we are currently working on our resources. Specifically, we're getting this iron mine finished up here in 5 weeks, and that will be a big help for us. I realized after I made the last episode the reason why our production dropped. Of course it happened because of the iron shortage, right? That's definitely the reason why that happened. So that is absolutely fine. We know we need to deal with iron. We were already working on it. It doesn't really matter all that much. But we do have a deficit of currently 218 iron. That is a lot of iron. So we certainly need to work our way through that. The investment pool means that we're working on our tooling workshop, and that's pretty perfect, to be honest. We're going to need additional tools, and that will allow us to bring up our production methods. This is a fake number. Don't get excited about being positive 6.77k. There we go. That's the real number. So that's fine. We had a lot of bait success on elected bureaucrats, and that's wonderful. The market access, there's not too much we can do about that just yet. However, we are getting close to atmospheric engine being done, so that's good. We're eventually going to need motor industries. We're going to need steel works. That's going to really cause a lot of strain on our iron production. So we need a lot of iron production. No doubt about that. Gold mines in Lima are going to be okay. I want to check in on the current opinion of Lima. So this is going down by 0.01. Mostly due to economic dependence on Overlord. Okay, so that's a very small rounding thing, but that is wonderful. That's really, really good that they're going down. So that's fine. They are currently defiant towards us. Is there anything that we can do to just like increase their opinion of us? Yeah, we can begin improving relations. And that's absolutely something that I want to do there. So that'll be good. And we're working on integrating the Brazilian nation. We have this half done at this point. So we need a national hero for the Solistas. Or their Solista homelands has to drop below 10% cultural turmoil. So there is a little bit down in Argentina here, and that's definitely something we want to work on. Only 254 right now. That's interesting. So that iron production is definitely helping matters. 184 now. Cool. So this gold mine is going to finish in 14 weeks, and then we're going to start production on another iron mine. Now, I'm going to cancel these ports for right now. We just went to drafting on the elected bureaucrats. That sounds good. So canceling those ports, we'll get to that later on. But for now, I want to be working on primarily iron production. We need to work on these sorts of, like, raw resources right now. But we're now positive, which means that our interest payment is not going to be increasing. It's going to be decreasing. That is good. That's very good. I do want to increase our construction speed. But this is not the time to do that. Our economy has definitely improved here. How's the landowner's opinion doing? They're down to only -9 from the recent change here. That's really good. And how long on their modifiers? About 2 years left. Okay. So that is definitely going to be a significant boost to our economy once the landowners get over it. They'll get there. They'll get there. So we've got 5 weeks on our gold mine in Lima. That should produce a decent amount of minting, I think, but that is within our vassal. So we'll see what that ends up looking like. I don't know if this is going like foreign investment or what, but we've got a disreputable bookkeeper here. 5 legitimacy is probably good here. The anti-British League is probably already super angry. A little bit, yeah, a little bit. We're going to take the legitimacy and make them even more angry. So there's been a mining accident, and Minas Gerais would become more radical. The trade unions would gain support. There's probably not that many upper strata pops in Minas Gerais, to be honest. We're going to take that for right now. And then we've got this foreign manifesto here. Do we want a movement to enact homesteading? Honestly, homesteading is maybe not the worst thing in the world. So let's hop over here and take a look. We're on tenant farmers right now. This would radicalize the landowners. But yeah, we can work towards that. We're not really in a position to do that just yet, but soon enough we will be. So that sounds good. We're going to be wrapping up our gold mine construction in 2 weeks here. That is a big deal for us. Excellent. So we have basically a balanced budget right now. Ignore this. This is a lie. We'll get there. But this is a lie currently. 1.25k, that's pretty solid. So that's the power of that gold mine right there. So 1.25k sounds great. And if we were to add in a construction sector, it would cost us around, call it 5k. Understood. So we need to have quite a lot of profitability from here. No doubt about that. Next up, we're building an iron mine, and we're also building this logging camp. Both of those are good. We definitely want these raw resources coming online. We're going to be finishing up our arms industry in Sao Paulo after this, and that's okay. We know that arms are expensive when we raise our army. And this artillery foundry, this is probably a low priority at this point, to be honest. So I'm going to alt-click. Did they change that? I thought it was controller shift-click. Okay, maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I'm conflating it with Stellaris. Who knows? At any rate, it's fine. Alt-click, I can live with. We'll get there. So I would definitely like to expand our construction, but we certainly need to deal with the price of iron. Now, we have dealt with the input goods shortage. We don't have one of those right now. Iron is still expensive, and that's understood. And Bahia's market access is getting worse over time. So we should probably consider going into our decrees here and doing road maintenance up in Bahia as well. What else do we have? We've got a couple of other locations for right now. This would all be temporary things. So one here, we had one here, and one in... Let's see here. One in Santa Cruz. Where was that at? Out over here. Sure. And also Rio Grande do Norte, which is... Is that you? Yes. Okay. So that's all the road maintenances that we can do. That will boost up our market access, and that will be a useful thing. We did hit a stall here, and we are going to take a second setback on that. But that does boost us up to a 44% success chance. So that's something. Our literacy is continuing to improve. We just finished up the lumberyard. That's excellent. We have a cotton plantation going in right now for our private construction. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. So we currently have an artillery shortage. What is buying artillery? That's definitely intriguing. What is buying artillery right now? A barracks. What barracks is buying artillery? We don't have any artillery. Okay, I'm a little bit confused about that, but I guess that means that we should move this artillery foundry back up to here. So the atmospheric engine has now been unlocked. That gives us access to motor industries, and we should absolutely queue up a motor industry somewhere. The question is where, and also, will that require steel? It will. So we need a steel mill somewhere. We don't have any demand for steel at this moment, and that's understood. So let's sort by job seekers here. Let's put this in Sao Paulo. And then we'll put in a motor industry in probably also Sao Paulo, and that'll be fine. But these are not high priorities, so we're going to do something like this. So does the artillery foundry need steel? Hang on, let's check here. Iron and hardwood. Okay, that is noted. So that's fine. This motor industry should be built before the steel mill, and probably after the artillery foundry. Something like this. And we're just interweaving in these iron mines. So that should be okay. I want to check in over here. We're working on railways now. Okay, intensive agriculture got exposed. Sounds good. So 3 years to railways, that is fine. Iron is still expensive. We're going to continue to work on that. But it'll be 3 years until we can start getting railways built. Railways are, of course, exceptionally important for us. But we're going to get elected bureaucrats dealt with. And let's just check in on the landowners here. We're still a ways away here. But in terms of their anger on the slavery banning is going away, and it's going away pretty quickly. So that's very, very good. Not even that many of them are radical. There are a fair amount of radicals. Most of it is from unfulfilled political movement demands and decreases in standard of living. Now, these decreases in standard of living are at least in part driven by our taxation. We could consider a consumption tax, but we don't really have the authority for it right now. That'll be something that'll be freed up once we get railways going. But for now, of course, we need to continue to work on our iron situation. We're back to having an iron shortage, and that's understood. So we hit another stall here. Wow. We're having bad rolls. Okay. Okay, well, we'll continue to work on that, but yikes. This has not been going well. For sure. Well, that's all fine. We're going to get this iron mine done in 18 weeks at this point, and our cotton plantation is being worked on, so that'll be okay as well. If we check in on our lower strata and ask what's up with their standard of living, well, the answer is they're paying 21.9% of their income in taxes. That's a big part of this. And they're paying 6.5% compared to base price for their pop needs. That includes grain, clothing, and liquor. That's all fine. I think the taxation is the primary issue there. Okay, so taxation is the primary issue. We finished up that cotton plantation. That's fine. And logging camps are being made next. Sure. We really do need to be addressing these iron mines. The artillery foundry is going to take a while, but yeah, you can see here we are back up in terms of our iron to an input goods shortage. So that is not ideal, but we are at least running a surplus now, so that is beneficial. We are still spending about $551 per week in interest, although that will be going down slowly as we pay off our $224K debt. That's going to take a while at this speed to pay off, but that's okay. As long as we're running a small surplus, I'm reasonably happy. The political movement to enact homesteading has disbanded. Okay. And we've got this national militia situation. Gold has been discovered in Minas Gerais. We probably can't get that. Okay, that's going to be a gold field. That's not a gold mine. That is gold fields. Gotcha. So that is going to be producing us some extra minting. That's good. We don't have to build anything. There's nothing to build there. It's just gold fields. It'll exhaust eventually, but that will get us through some of this early portion. We can start thinking fairly soon, although certainly not now, and we should probably do motor industries then, or rather steel mills then motor industries. We can start thinking, although I think not quite yet, about expanding our construction. But again, I think not quite yet. Finishing this iron mine will be beneficial, for sure. But that artillery foundry is going to consume a similar amount of iron. So that's definitely noted. Okay. For now, we're mostly just chilling, and we're definitely going to work on some of this stuff. We don't have a commander here. I guess this guy will do. Not that there's much to command there, but that'll be fine for the moment. I'm not too concerned about expanding our army right now. We're probably going to want to do that eventually. Okay, noted. We'll probably want to do that eventually, but for the time being, we really need to get our economy online. That said, our economy is really starting to grow now, so we're starting to see some good gains here. I want to get one additional construction level going here. Let's sort by job seekers. Minas Gerais, but it would be negative on infrastructure. I'm going to put this here, and that'll be top priority. So that'll be done in 6 weeks. That looks good. So we've got God's will here. The Catholics are a bit upset right now. Yeah, we probably do want the Liberal Party to win. There is an election in 160 days. And yeah, we definitely want the Liberal Party to win this if we can. That would be good. The landowners are very angry still, and we're we're going to continue to work on that. They'll be over it in about 10 months here, so that will definitely be beneficial. And what are they at right now here? -5? That's not too bad. Okay. So this construction sector is going to finish. We see a glassworks being worked on here next in the private construction. I guess that's okay. And let's get this construction sector finished right on up. That will increase the speed at which we construct, which is, of course, a very good thing. This is a lie. 18.1k is not true. 8k, though. Apparently that's true. Is that really true? An 8k surplus right now? Okay, 6k. That's going to continue to go down as that construction sector comes online. Another stall on elected bureaucrats? Oof. Okay. Not so great there. Aggressive campaigning, huh? Honestly, I feel like this net gain is better than this. This election is not going well for the Liberal Party. We'll put it that way. Okay. Things might be a little awkward for us on laws. The winds of change are blowing right now, it seems. So, this construction sector, did that get completely finished? Let's check in here. Let's see here. Okay, no, this is still employing up. So it's going to take a little while to get that completely done. But increasing our construction speed is definitely a very, very good thing. No doubt about that. Okay. We'll see how this election pans out. It's not looking so good for the Liberal Party. And, of course, with our rulers' opinions on things, we'll see how that goes. We're probably not going to be able to get too much done for a little while. And it's unfortunate that we're unlikely at this point to get elected bureaucrats done. We've had some very bad rolls on that, but it's not the end of the world. So we still have 52k in credit right now. I want to continue to keep an eye on this. So that is almost maxed out on its jobs. Now it is maxed out. Okay. So what that means, of course, is that we can construct another construction sector very, very soon. That is going to cause us iron issues. 1000%. And I'm going to queue up in Sao Paulo for right now. It's a little more expensive to build it there, but we've got the infrastructure, so I'm going to build it there. But before we do that and after we do that, I want to get one of these iron mines moved up and then placed like this. So we're going to... Actually, I'm going to do the construction sector first, but then we're going to do 2 iron mines. And yeah, the Conservative Party wins with 62% of the vote. So we remain with the Liberal Party in power here, and we're sitting at 52 contested government. Okay, we can't put the landowners in government because we're suppressing them, and I think they won't go in when they're angry either. If we were to unsuppress the landowners right now, hypothetically, the best would be 50, so we're still at a higher legitimacy here. Okay, we're going to keep suppressing the landowners. Beautiful. Sounds good to me. So let's get this second construction sector finished, and then we definitely need to work on some iron mines here. No doubt about that. Do we have additional iron mines we can build? Absolutely we do. So we have lots and lots of iron that we can get. We got another stall here. Wow. Okay. I think we just have to cancel this, to be honest. We've rolled too badly on it. So at this point, are there other laws we want to put in? Well, there's not really anything that we can do that won't radicalize the landowners. We really need to wait until these are gone. That'll be another 5-ish months. And once those are gone, the landowners will suddenly be a lot happier. In fact, they're going to be at positive approval once that goes away. I think. It'll be close. We could enact national militia. I see no reason to do that right now. Now, we did get a bunch of radicalism. This is unsurprising. Mostly this is due to standard of living. We could definitely think about a tax cut relatively soon rather than another construction expansion. But we definitely need to get these iron mines done first. No doubt about that. We're still in debt a little bit here, but we're paying almost nothing in interest at this point. We're going to be out of debt in just a couple of weeks. So that seems good. And this artillery foundry is, of course, going to be finished up eventually as well. But we absolutely need to get our economy built from the bottom up in terms of resources. So we need to get these resources harvested, and we need to start turning it into actual things. That's the idea. So we've got 23 months on our construction queue. How long here? 23 months. So we will be through this construction queue at the same time as we're eligible to start building railroads. Okay. We definitely need to get iron built, though. You can see that we are dipping negative financially right now, or we were. This is due to our iron shortage. This is not surprising at all. Minus 263 right now in iron. We need a lot of iron. We are definitely doing what we can here. Let's get these iron mines built. So what is our current economy of scale in our iron mines over here, which is where we're building the iron mines? The economy of scale here is up to level 20, but it's reduced by 50% due to 5 out of 5 nationally owned levels. Noted. So can we sell these then? Yes, we could. We could privatize them. Now, the atmospheric engine pump would actually be really good for us, I think, overall. That said, it will cause us to have a coal shortage. To the highest standards, huh? Decree cost? Decree cost is probably pretty decent. That'll be okay. We have a Mana Wars input goods shortage. I'm not shocked by that either. So we've got the invisible men here. Prevent the assassination plot. Someone is trying to assassinate Pedro. That's not great. Okay. So how does this work? It doesn't look like that's something we can work with. A peculiar reconciliation, huh? So pro-slavery ideals among the landowners have faded significantly. So we could come together and forgive and gain 3 landowner interest group approval, and they'd lose the pro-slavery ideology. Or we could say we cannot forget the perpetrators of this crime, and they would temporarily lose interest group political strength, and upper strata pops would become more radical. Honestly, I think we'll come together and forgive. That seems okay. We've got gifts among friends as well. 5% of landowners become more loyalist. Done. That seems very good. Okay, so the landowners are now at -4. They are still... Actually, they're not upset about that at all. They've still got the elite exclusion. That's only going to be existing for another 10 days. So that's perfect. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent. So now the landowners are at neutral, +1. So that's perfect. Hopefully they'll start actually paying taxes. That would be nice. We get the noble privileges, so this is no longer -20% to agriculture, ranching, and plantation income. So that boosts our income a fair amount. If we were to cut our taxes right now, what would that be? -6K? Understood. We have turmoil in Bahia. This is probably due to radicalism, isn't it? Most likely. Lots of tax waste over there, too. Okay. We do have a fair amount of radicalism right now. We are working on it. The turmoil is a bit problematic. I'm hoping that that will start to come down a little bit. But yeah, it's due to radicalism for sure. Okay. And there's also the market access over there, which is, you know, a bit problematic as well. But that's absolutely fine. We're going to get this iron mine finished up, but that does mean that we should probably cancel these iron mines and build our iron mines elsewhere. And that's reasonably fine. We can build it, say, in Para, although that's -29% construction efficiency there. We can build it here. something like that. This iron mine would be moved up. This artillery foundry would go here. We'd move this iron mine here and this iron mine here, like that. Okay. So something along the lines of this. Actually, this one can be removed because we know that this iron mine should go all the way down to the bottom. Like so. There we go. So 6 weeks here. That's understood. We do need to do something about this radicalism, and we definitely want to, but our economy is not in a great position, right? No doubt about that. We could sack our government wages, and I think that's a good idea. We should do that, and we should also probably sack our military wages right now. We currently have 17.7k gold reserves. That's not a lot of gold reserves. Let's continue to construct as it is until we finish our iron mine in Bahia. Ah, an alarming warning. The intelligentsia are the ones planning the assassination. Really? I'm not so sure about that. The intelligentsia generally likes us. Well, they're currently neutral. I can see the petite bourgeoisie or the Catholic Church being behind it. Okay. Well, we've also been hearing rumors about him. Perfect. So, currently we are at 16.6% here. So increase your police institution level past the outlawed dissent, dedicated police, or secret police laws, and research identification documents or mass surveillance to raise your chances of stalling the traitors. Okay, so we could definitely, at this point, come into our politics, institutions, and raise up our law enforcement, but we can't afford the bureaucracy right now. So, where's our bureaucracy going? We've got some timed modifiers here. But mostly we just need more bureaucracy. So we could certainly work on building government administrations. We don't have any negative taxation capacity, though. So that's not really a necessary thing at this moment. Minus 2% from timed modifiers here. Indeed. Well, for right now, I don't know that that's actually a big deal. We do want to prevent this assassination, right? No doubt about that. We're at 4 right now, and I think that's just events at this moment. We could go into our laws and think about changing from, like, local police force to dedicated police force. The landowners would oppose it. Let's see here. Dedicated police or secret police, outlawed dissent. Yeah, we could certainly go to dedicated police. Let's get to work on that. That'll be okay. The landowners are unhappy again, but, you know, what are you going to do? That's pretty normal for them. And I would also like to cut taxes at this point. So that looks good. A tax cut will help our standard of living. So that is great. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue to work on our iron issue. We definitely need more iron production than what we have right now. No doubt about that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.